Hello parents and welcome. I'm Mr. George Salona, and this year I teach CP, AP, and Honors Physics. Just wanted to welcome you and also give you a little bit of background information about myself, about contacting me, and about the courses that I teach this year. So a little bit about me. This is my 17th year teaching here at Springfield. I've taught here for 16 years. I'm a local guy, went to Bonner High School and attended Villanova University for my undergraduate work. And I completed my master's degree in education at Penn State in 2006. Was married in 2006. Actually, today is my anniversary. And I have two girls that both are in the district. So they're 10 and 12. Actually, Julia is now in ETR. So it says they both attend Scenic, but one in Scenic, one is not. For grading, all of our grades are calculated on a category basis, and the categories are as shown in the syllabus. I sent a video out to the students to break down the percentages for things like tests, quizzes, labs, and so forth. I want to point out that late work is not accepted. Students get one dropped grade from the homework category, and that's really an insurance policy for them. Please note that students with special accommodations will be handled accordingly, and we'll communicate with both them and their case managers about those sort of situations. With virtual school in place, we're all doing our best to communicate when problems arise. And in the first week, I had students who, had problems submitting some assignments. They did it, but didn't know how to submit. Or, we had situations where, it just didn't go through. So we're making sure we communicate with each other, and I expect that the students do the same. So if they're not sure how to do something, they should be talking with me. That's what office hours are for, and they can get in touch with me by email. For extra help, I'm available for help after school every Monday through Thursday until 3:30. Those are office hours. Students can and are encouraged to email me during office hours, and we can video conference if needed. So while we're in virtual school, if they need to meet up with me, we can set up a Zoom if we need to, and I can meet up with them and talk about whatever it is that they need. I can also meet before school by appointment, so students should just contact me with that request and we can set that up. I'm usually at my desk by like 6:45, so I have plenty of time if we need to meet in the morning. An important point is that all labs and major writing assignments are not just graded, but also given feedback as well to help students fine-tune their work. So I'm hoping that as we go through the course, students will be looking at the feedback that I provide for them and use that to improve each time. So please encourage them to look at that feedback carefully. In the first week of school, I didn't give a lot of feedback because a lot of that stuff was for participation, just getting used to using Canvas, things like that. But as we get into the really heavy content in the course, we want to make sure that they're checking in on that feedback. I also want to point out that there is still not a perfect connection between Canvas and Hack. So I've been talking to the students about this, and I just want to reiterate it with you that the grades on Canvas do not necessarily indicate their actual grade for the course. You really want to look at what's on Hack and go by that. Those are the grades. So if there's something on Canvas that isn't matching up with Hack, students can certainly follow up with me to see what that's about, but really the grades on Hack are what's official. And going back to the idea of feedback, I recommend that students write a draft of any labs that they do before they're due and go over it with me. So they can send me a draft ahead of time and I'll go through it and give them some feedback on it before they turn it in. And then they can turn it in already kind of edited and hopefully in the best possible shape that it could be. So I definitely encourage that. As far as our topics of study, this is for honors and CP physics. So you can see the different topics that we cover here. We're actually going to start with electricity this year. and then move into some momentum, Newton's laws, kinematics and projectiles, work, energy, and power. We'll get into some rotational dynamics and honors, some circular motion and gravitation, waves and optics, and some alternative energy generation. And then in AP, we cover impulse and momentum, Newton's laws, kinematics, projectiles, circular motion and gravitation, work, power, and energy, rotational dynamics. And in AP Physics 1, we also cover some electricity, so electrostatics and DC circuits. These are not necessarily in order. If you need to contact me, all of our important class information is available on the Canvas class page. Actually, the way I am structuring my Canvas page is day by day. So they'll see when they log into Canvas every single day, it's going to say, like today, it's going to say day 6, September 15th. And then everything that we're going to cover that day is spelled out piece by piece by piece. And I do that every single day. So it's very clear as to what we're doing each day, what assignments need to be completed, and all of that sort of thing. I also post curricular materials like packets and study guides. Those are actually, they're saved on Google Classroom or Google Drive, but there are links to those in Canvas as well. I can be reached by email at george.celona, that's 1L, C-E-L-O-N-A, at ssdcougars.org. And my phone extension at school is 610-938-622. That should be a 1 at school. But I'm working at home most of the time. So best thing to do is certainly to email me if you have any questions or concerns. And that is it. Have a great night and hope you're doing well.